Here's what I don't get. If someone works their butt off, let's say an athlete, a sports analyst, or basically any celebrity, they work their butts off from the moment they've had the opportunity to get to where they are now, no matter how much influence or social status that they've earned through their hard work. Who are we to tell them that they shouldn't speak out when, of course, they have fans that are willing to listen to what they say? How you guys doing? It's Tuesday, June 2nd, 2020. I'm James Sims. We're in the middle of this quarantine. And this issue kind of makes no sense to me. Of course, right now, there's the rioting, there's the protesting going on after the killing of George Floyd. And you see a lot of professional athletes, collegiate athletes, or they're just celebrities that are out there marching and protesting with the protesters, which is fair because a lot of them share the same pains, given that a lot of athletes are minorities in America, and I feel like they're definitely affected by this issue of systemic racism and oppression within our country. And time and time again, you just see people that are criticizing them, saying that, "Oh, like you're a celebrity. What do you know?" Whereas like some of them are dealing with these issues themselves. I mean, it makes no sense. At the end of the day, they get paid a lot of money to be amazing at their sports. So, I mean, at the end, like, we shouldn't take what they say at face value, obviously, because they're not firsthand involved with the policy that shapes how we live our life and the laws that our society is built on, obviously. At the end of the day, they still have a following that listens to what they say. A lot of these athletes are black and deal with that deal with police brutality at the hands of police. They've had life experiences, whether they themselves, family, or friends have been affected by it. So, of course, I feel like they would have some firsthand experience to be able to speak out on the issue, obviously. They're athletes. They're here. They're here for entertainment. Sports is entertainment. If you don't want to watch them, obviously just don't listen. Like, it doesn't matter to you. If it doesn't matter to you, it doesn't matter to you. Leave it alone. If someone else takes what someone else says and tries to understand from their point of view, then that's their problem. You shouldn't go out and shouldn't tell athletes or celebrities or sportscasters that they should just shut up and do their jobs. It makes no sense. Like, if it bothers you so much, just don't watch them. Just unfollow them. You don't have to ruin it for everyone else. I mean, at the end of the day, that's what celebrities are. They're people that have success stories, and they provide entertainment so that we can look to, or even their political figures that actually do something in the world. If you don't want to listen to what they say, simply don't listen. Like, it doesn't matter to you as much as it matters to someone else. If an athlete goes out and marches with the protesters, why does it matter to you? If Nick Bosa says, "I like Donald Trump," why does it matter? He's not going to get fired from the 49ers because at the end of the day, he's still going to give them double-digit sacks every season. Can't get on Stephen A. Smith or Max Kellerman if they side with people that are protesting and going against and just speaking out against systemic racism in our country. If you don't want to listen to them, if you don't agree with them, that's cool. That's fine. You can simply turn them off. That's the best thing about technology. We're hearing what they're saying through our devices that we can just simply turn off. At the end of the day, they get paid to do their jobs, and they feel as though, and they've earned the right, they've earned the platform to be able to speak their minds and be able to influence the way people think because people look up to them. A lot of these athletes come from their success stories. They're a lot of these stories, they're turnaround Cinderella stories in which they've come from. Where a lot of them are just kids that come from nothing that eventually turn into global icons. You see that with celebrities and athletes all over, and people will go out and say, You're a movie star. What do you know? Oh, you dribble a basketball for millions of dollars. What do you know? It's just it makes no sense to me. Just if you don't want to listen, just turn it off. Like, these people have earned the right to have people hear what they want to say. Just let them say it. If you don't agree with them, at the end of the day, you don't agree with them, but just let them be able to say what they say. I mean, at the same time, if people value what you say, you'd want. I mean, you wouldn't want other people telling you that you're not firsthand involved in the process. Therefore, you don't get a voice. We all get a voice. We all have different life experiences, and we all have the right to speak out upon them, whether people agree with you or not. At the end of the day, they're not living your life. What's the point of telling someone not to tell their story? I mean, we live in a country where I guess we're allowed to hear what other people have to say. And the good thing about it is if you don't like what someone's saying on Twitter, on Instagram, whatever, you can either scroll down to the next video or you can just simply turn off your device. Like why is there so much animosity towards people that want to speak out? Just leave it alone. Like if you don't want to hear, you don't want to hear, but other people do. Don't ruin it for them. I mean, I didn't really mean to vent for all that, but it really makes no sense, especially when it comes to people just speaking out against celebrities. Like they don't like they're not normal people too. They're normal people that have made it to the point where they are, and they've earned the status, they've earned the platform to say what they want to say. I know I'm repeating the same points over and over again, but I kind of just want to reinforce it as I say it. I really appreciate if you actually take the time to listen to this and stay with me through this while I kind of just navigate and try to understand this perspective of the fan who is mad at someone who can reach out and touch more people with this story than they can. At the end of the day, just let everyone say what they need to say, and if you don't want to hear it, turn it off. And with that, I appreciate it. I really once again, I thank you for taking the time to listen to all 7 minutes of this. At the end of the day, if you don't want to hear, just don't listen. And with that, I'm going to say it. Peace.